Well, it seems that Neil was right 35 years ago. Big money's got no soul.
I last saw Rush in 1979 and paid £15 sterling for a ticket. You used to get arrested for scalping, but now it's completely legal to sell 1,000% above face value. A producer from Indianapolis says, I thought Elton John spending $350 for not great tickets was bad, but for Rush, it at least doubled that. Then once the queue went through, there were no tickets under $700. I finally got in, and the only prices left were over $600 each. I can't do that. I've waited my whole life for this, and now it feels like I never had a chance. Hundreds of reactions like this from fans in North America poured the internet, one pre-sale after another. In what should have been a big recall of 2025 economics through logistics reality, rather showed price and behaviors of 2012. Let me share my own story about how I failed to get reasonable price tickets from one night in Toronto. Fact is, I knew 3 days before the pre-sale that it will fail. So I put myself in a frame of mind where I will just test and observe what will happen at least in the first 20 minutes in queue for whatever seats will come up at that point. October 6th. In a one-only Canada venue situation, at that point, the thing that I am more stoked about the Rush news is the inclusion of the excellent Annika Miles, a multidisciplinary drummer from Germany. I've been following for a while because she was involved in high-quality creative jam recordings, improvisations, and she was playing also with some of the greats, of course, like Jeff Beck and Paul Gilbert, just to name a few. So I was pretty happy for Annika and for the band, but I was a little bit reluctant of the fact that I was seeing that coming, this mass appeal madness circus. Mass appeal madness is I knew it was going to be somewhat crazy, but not at that level of insanity. October 8th. Oh well, a step closer to the heart of Toronto, I felt at that point because I was admitted to be in the queue for the pre-sale of October 13. So I felt the call of being in the heart of Toronto at that point. But I also said, wish us luck that it will not be the prices of 2112. Otherwise, I will have to sell all my Rush records and books.
Of course, I knew in the back of my mind that it was going to be no more than a test. But still, when I got in, I was 5,113 in queue. And 10 minutes later, I was like 2,000 or so. So I said to myself, maybe I'm living the dream right now and I'm going to see this fucking show. But of course, after 10 minutes, we all saw that all the tickets under $200 that was near the rooftop was sold.
Gig? Are you in a band? Rock on, dudes. Have a good one.
October 10, someone in California that was in queue behind 112,000 people went online and claimed that he paid $994 for single tickets somewhere in the 2000s. So we collectively start to worry about, obviously, about the October 13th sales in Toronto. Noon. Pre-sale. 5,513 in queue. 10 minutes later, oh well. All the tickets had from $137 and $142. Tickets are unlimited. Prediction? They're all going to fill up the arena until the roof, and all that will be remaining at the end is or where my turns comes, will be the $12 tickets for the so-called high society, or the elite, or whatever it is, or whatever they are. One day you wouldn't have enough of $2,112 to be closer to the heart of Alex Lifeson's intricate chords or priceless facial expressions.
So it got closer to the truth than I thought. So the old Rush fan that I am went up from chanting closer to the heart, the closer to the heart, digital big money.
My humble opinion, greed, maybe, of course, inflation, but there's just too many layers, in my opinion, of production that wants to take the old parts of the cake, and then some legally exercise their so-called right to steal or rip off music fans by giving them what they want if they choose to pay double or triple the price for the face value, especially with big names like Metallica, No Remorse, Foo Fighters, Not Gonna Fight For You, and now Rush, big money. And then I saw the unthinkable. There was a few tickets left in front of the stage, and I saw those for $15,225 each. Just for the sake of it, figuring out what such a transaction will end, I put them in the cart and I came up with this total. $37,453.50 Canadian. That's pretty insane, right? Just for the cost of the service fees, it was almost the price of a Mesa Boogie at $3.5K. This is total madness, right?
Big money goes around the world.
Number 1, artist and management layer, performances fees, management, agent of commission, tourist rents. Number 2, tour logistics, fuel for trucks, buses and planes, vehicle rentals, crew travels, hotels, etc., custom visas, paperwork for international tours, local transportation, and endeavor hands. Number 3, production and technical layer. Number 4, venue and promoter layer. Number 6, blah, 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 blah. Number 5, marketing and ticketing layer. Number 6, stage design and artistic direction. Number 7, crew and support staff. Number 8, taxes, fees and margins. Number 9, post-tour costs, repairs, storage, royalties, impact taxes, especially the taxes add 10 to 30% or more of the ticket fees values. Ticket fee value. Impact taxes especially adds 10 to 30%. And yet the question remains. Is it Rush overcharging promoters, or is it Ticketmaster killing the spirit of Radioheads? Every aspect, every layers of production and transportation costs are rising like crazy, but is it 2112 crazy? Some even say that government needs to investigate such practices like reselling all this like the way they do, It looks like scalpers are doing their thing legally these days.
That sounds like a typical Duke trick. Roscoe, slap the cuffs on them and arrest all 3.
Well, chances are they will do nothing about it, since politicians might not care about the people they rip off and more about stealing from those ripping off the same people. If that makes sense. Again, the true music fans are paying for those who profit and for any opportunity to scam every time. Reselling at higher prices on dedicated platform cause the limited tickets sold primarily by Ticketmaster creates a higher demand for people willing to pay more to be sure to attend. This phenomenon is sadly being called dynamic market opportunity.
In fact, a government report found that professional brokers represent either the majority or the overwhelming majority of ticket sales on these sites, and they make a lot of money doing it. The New York AG's office found brokers mark up the price of tickets by an estimated 49% on average, but sometimes by more than 1,000%, and in one case by 7,000%.
Well, Neil was right on 1.35 years ago. Big money's got no soul. 2012, you could see the band for $40 with Neil Peart. 12 years later, you have to pay the price of 2112, 5 times the price and more without Neil. Disillusion, deception, greed, scam, whatever. All these things that comes to mind through the music fan that is confronted to this such madness. I don't doubt the sincere mission to go back on stage to honor Neil's legacy and celebrate the 50 years of Rush. Of course, a legacy built on loyal fan base, unconditional love for their unique form of art. But to some extent, I wonder how they cannot do something about it, at least to stop the madness, like The Cure reportedly did. But not Paul McCartney. As a friend told me lately, after saying that craft dinner for months was not an option or a solution to see Rush 1 mile from the stage. And for those who think they can't stop this, all you have to look is at a band like The Cure that reportedly put some limits on the pricing of their tickets. And the last time they came to the US, which was not a long time ago, apparently there was some popular seats between 35 and 75 US dollars. So when people say band has no control over, this observer in particular said, I beg to differ. Love you guys, but sitting this one out. So one more question. How many people have turned their backs to this event, this opportunity to see the band again in 2026 for the 50th anniversary, or turn their backs to the band itself? In some cases, some of those people were pretty angry, actually. I don't know but what to answer, but one thing is for sure, that will not prevent arenas to be sold out everywhere. People are willing to pay the price because they're crazy. Because people are willing to pay the price because people are crazy.
Well, I'm sorry, but the only nostalgia that I can afford will resonate through reading, watching, browsing into the archives, the music, the prime matter, the amazing heart from this amazing band, and so on.